Kite tip number 4 is all about wind and weather. We need to have constant observations of the wind and weather because conditions can change very quickly. We've done our forecasting, so we know what the wind and weather's supposed to be. We've gotten to the location and done our observations and taken note of whether the weather is actually matching the forecast. But it's so important to know whether the wind is supposed to increase during our session when we're out there kiting or possibly decrease. If the wind was going to decrease during our session, we might want to stay close to the beach rather than heading out to sea, then the wind dropping and us having to self-rescue back in. Same goes for when you're snow kiting. If the wind drops when we're out there, we've got to hike all the way back. If the wind is forecasted to increase during the session and you're trying to decide what size kite to pump up, maybe go for your smaller one, which is preparing for an increase in wind speed during your session. Make sure you keep an eye on the sky. That's where we can get a lot of clues. Is what's the cloud doing? Do we have a storm brewing? Do we see the clouds moving? Do we see them getting darker? That can give us, a tip that something is changing. So be constantly aware of the wind and weather changes when we're out there kiting so that we can make a smart decision and make sure we get back home before the wind dies or before the wind comes up and we've got too big a kite in the sky.